Hello, magnificent divine soul. We're looking at the energies for December 2023. We're going to be looking at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month, what's going on for you and what's going on for the world. This is for Lightworkers, Starseeds, Visionaries, and spiritual leaders. All right, so what's going on? Beginning of this month for you, Nine of Pentacles. All right. Money. Money is what I'm getting. Just funny, I'm going to be doing a money block reading soon if you have any money blocks left, because there's basically none. What you can do to prepare for all this abundance, prosperity, success coming in, physical, monetary, material abundance coming in for you. So look out for that reading soon. Okay, this flipped out. Queen of Pentacles. All right, there's this energy of bringing it home. Bringing this abundance home. This physical, monetary, material abundance home. And I'm getting it in your heart first, in your own physical home. So both in your energies and your physical home. Okay, so I'm getting that spirit saying there's a reason that you have to ground it in first. There's a reason we're picking you, we're choosing you to ground in this physical abundance now. You're ready for it. And this is a lot of light workers. There's those top tier light workers that are so high vibe that they're doing high level shaman stuff with portals and everything and entities and high level beings. But you have to be extremely high vibe and keep that high vibe for a very long time. You got to be monk status or shaman status or high priestess status. You got to be up there, right? But this is for all light workers. For all light workers who are ready, who've been doing their work, you're going to be grounding in this new 5D energies within your own physical energies first. So your body energies, and in your physical home, also the land that you're on. So I'm getting, you are going to start getting a lot of physical abundance. You're going to start seeing it. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. So the reason you are receiving it, Lightworker, is because you're not the kind of person who hoards money, hoards wealth. You are the kind of person who shares it. If you see someone in need, you'll help them out. You'll pick and choose creative projects to work on, spiritual projects to work on, and also you'll pick people that you want to invest in and invest in their creativity and their growth and their education. So you're very much a part of the system. You're someone who will feed energy into the system, the collective energy. So that's why you have been chosen, Lightworker, to kind of get this abundance and to get the show on the road, I'm hearing. Ace of Cups. And with this abundance is an opportunity coming in for you. So many things are coming in for you at once. I did a personal reading recently with a high level energy worker, and it was very obvious that it's not just one thing coming in. So many things are kind of come in at once, and it was this person was getting good luck in all areas. We're talking about work specifically, but it's every one of your coworkers likes you, everyone wants to be around you. You're doing so well. The company likes you. Your coworkers like you. You're doing well with your friends and family and your hobbies, your health. You're just feeling on top of the world. And it's just that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. It's you're definitely getting so many new beginnings, and it's all happening at once. Kite, vacation, get it in, Lightworker. Get it in while you can. You might not get this chance again. I'm also thinking about, I haven't actually thought about it yet recently, but I am now, to slip in one last vacation before, things start getting crazy busy for you, Lightworker. January, Pluto goes back into Aquarius. This is phase 2. This is when your soul mission, your biggest soul mission in this lifetime starts. January 2024. That's a month away. Get in your vacation while you can, Lightworker. You're not going to have a second chance to do that. Another opportunity to do that. Good news, yeah. So keep your ear to the ground for that opportunity. Spirit is telling you, you probably already have gotten major signs and synchronicities, like in your face, like huge signs that an opportunity is coming your way, and to be on the lookout for it. I've been getting this from all Lightworkers. Some of you have already started to get it. Some of you is coming in this month. And the latest probably January, February, until the very last day of February 28th is also a very important day spiritually. I got energetically, it's very important. So all the way from December to February, very, very important for Lightworkers. You're getting in your soul mission. You're getting your assignment. You're the one that you came here for, the big one. So keep your ear to the ground. You're probably going to get an opportunity. And I kept getting out of the box. So something like completely unexpected. It utilizes all your skills and knowledge, but like in a way you would have never expected. It's probably in a field that seems so like, wow, really? I'm going to be doing that? Isn't that reserved for people with like really high status or with really high mastery or, the rich and famous? No, this is you. All right, so what's going on for the collective, for the world? 7 of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like here in the rest of the world, I do feel like a little bit of enlightenment in the 7 of Wands. Like a lot of things are clicking for the environment and for the rest of the collective. And I do see it with all the stuff that's coming out for the truth about celebrities and the movie industry, the music industry. I've even seen people get in tune with their femininity and their true masculinity energies. The collective is self-correcting right now, and I see it in droves in almost every area. People are self-correcting. You can see it with like conspiracy theories or like, phenomena like time traveling and true human history and, what's going on with jumping timelines. And like people are learning about these things, but even like things like, natural medicines and, teas that help with this and mushrooms that help with that and just how to live your day-to-day life, how to get out of the rat race. Like it's coming in droves. You see people waking up like crazy. That's how you know, Lightworker, it's your time to go. 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, I get super excited because it's like it's time. Like you must have been feeling recently like so much clarity, so much more bliss and bliss energy, so much more happiness. Like I've been in just such confusion, just putting one foot in front of the other. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I knew it was there. Kept going and kept going and kept going. And I'm all of a sudden in the past week or something, just a feeling of absolute clarity. I'm on the right path. Like I don't need to do anything else in the world besides my soul mission. Like nothing else mattered. Nothing 3D mattered anymore. Like everything just kind of made sense, clicked, started falling into place. And I know, I could see connecting to other Lightworkers that, yeah, this clarity is coming in. This is real. Like, there's a definite knowing, understanding, and believing, feeling an absolute truth that this is real. All the stuff that we've been kind of doubting ourselves because we've been going back and forth between 3D and 5D energy. Absolute certainty. Do you know why? A lot of you already know. Lightworkers, Starseeds, highly spiritual folks have already stepped into the 5D mentally, in the mind. Your energy is already in the 5D, but your body isn't there yet. no, they're not going to let you kind of run around in other dimensions and astral projecting, lucid dreaming like crazy right now. You probably already do, but it's kind of like this feeling of your kid excited to go into this new playground, and you're just gonna run off, So right now, it's your mind and your energies and your whole spirit is in the 5D. It's just your body that's in the 3D now. And that's why you're in the perfect circumstances to ground in these energies. 10 of Cups, there's a blissful energy entering the collective. Super blissful. An exciting event. I wonder what that event is. But yeah, I do feel like there's a definite excitement in the collective energies, protection. It's the Lightworkers, it's the Starseeds, it's the highly spiritual people who are protecting the collective energies. I kept getting last night, by the way, I think on the 29th, November 29th, which is also an 11/11 portal, the day before, the 28th, and the day after, the 30th, were also highly intense with energy. A lot of vivid dreams, sleeping early, feeling exhausted, things like that. That portal, it brought it. There was also a CME, a solar flare that happened around that time, and it was said to hit. The energies were supposed to hit this earth on this weekend, this first weekend of December, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of December. And I can confirm that is definitely happening. The energies are so strong. I can hear it. And yeah, I went to sleep at 8, woke up way before sunrise, decided to do this reading. Guided to do this reading. There is a feeling of release of fear that something bad has to happen in order for this awakening to go forward. That was the worst case scenario that we were getting, Lightworkers were getting before, that there's going to be a catastrophe, some sort of needs to go through the mud. The collective needs to go through the mud in order to get through this awakening. No, they don't have to. They're protected because of us. We did the hard work. We went through the mud for them, so we have to kind of keep our energies in that high vibe in love and not fear, because this awakening is happening, but what we were getting was a worst case scenario. That was the dark energies trying to still use our 3D minds and bodies to feel like this is going to happen, but it's going to happen in the worst way possible. No, it's going to happen, and it's going to actually happen in the best way possible. No suffering, no needing to do intense inner work, no needing to go through cognitive dissonance and feeling of loss and is this real? Is 5D real? Is a higher power real? No. A lot of the people in the collective that are going to be awakening, they might go through some of this, and they might go through it in a much shorter period of time, but they're protected because of us. We're grounded in this new 5D energy. We're holding a lot of love. Just like the high, very high echelon of Lightworkers held love and light energy for us Lightworkers, to come into our awakening and to come into our spiritual power more stronger. We're a huge network of Lightworkers now doing that for the rest of the collective, so they're protected. And so we have to keep that out of their mind. We don't feel hate, we don't feel resentment, we don't towards the rest of the collective, no, you need to go through this because we did. No, we did it for them out of love. So just remember to keep that love in mind. All right, so what's going on in the middle of December? What's going on in the middle of December? The Hanged Man in reverse. No more waiting. It's here. It's here. Yeah, the door is open. There's a lot that you were kind of waiting for, Lightworker. It's kind of like you finished your inner work, right? You did all your healing, you did all your releasing. You've been keeping up with anything that pops up last minute. You know, you're on top of it. You're on top of your stuff. You know, any new things you need to learn, any old things you need to release, you're on top of it, like minute by minute, second by second. You're clearing, healing, incorporating any energies that you need to in the moment. All you're really waiting for was the door to open, and the door has opened. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've been waiting to kind of run around in the other dimensions and meet the other higher energetic beings more strongly. They were waiting to open the door for us in order for us to do that. So that I'm getting mid-December is when that happens. We start connecting to the other dimensions, being able to explore it more easily, being able to connect to other higher energetic beings more easily. Not that you probably already have, but in a much, much, much more easier way. This is like your gift has already come online. You've already kind of upgraded to 5D in your energies. This is just kind of practicing those new 5D energies and abilities coming online. The Worlds card, wow. Yeah, see, exploring different worlds. And the King of Pentacles, yeah, it's going to happen energetically first before physically, because we know that the other dimensions and the other worlds and other higher energetic beings do not have a physical form always. And I'm getting you are going to be able to visit these beautiful beings and worlds physically at some point, but right now we're starting off energetically. This is going to be something like that you're aware of, that you're entering another world. They're allowing you into their world, their dimension, their reality, their energies, and actually greeting and meeting these beautiful beings. Wow. Something actually happening. Someone working against you behind your back. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. And dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay. So with the rat falling into the past space, yes, something was holding you back from crossing this bridge, entering this new door, this new dimension. But you've already done something in the past. You've already done the work in the past in order to release this. Okay, so I'm getting the rat represents the rat race. So something you were holding on to even up until like literally yesterday, the past few days, the past few weeks, the past few months. No matter how highly spiritual you are, you're still living in this physical world at this time. And you are influenced by 3D energies and your upbringing, you know, what you've experienced since you've been born into this world. And you've been holding on, like physical things do, things with egos do, attachment, to some sort of 3D life. You had visions of your 5D life, but you also had visions of your 3D life. You might have even had... Okay, wow. There's a lot of visions that you had about what this new 5D Earth is going to look like. And you also had a lot of visions of what you would have liked your 3D life to look like, whether it's like being wealthy, being in love, having a family, having nice creature comforts, beautiful land that you live on, nice boat, nice house, nice car. those kinds of things. You let it all go. Even the last remaining things. You know, as light workers, you already had like you've done detachment of your physical bodies, not being attached to your physical bodies, feeling love for your physical bodies and such gratitude, and you gave a lot of healing energies to your physical bodies, but you detached from it. It's like I'm okay with not being attached to this physical form. And in that same way, you also like probably done in your past inner work. I'm not detached to any specific outcome. You know, beautiful divine energies, use me as you best can for the sake of light and love, for your beautiful divine plan. But there's a part of you that kind of like kept holding on to having that perfect romantic divine counterpart in this physical life, having a family, soul family, a community of friends, having some sort of soul mission work, getting recognition for the beautiful kind of work that you do here that will be legendary, that will last generations, being the hero, being the savior, or being very wealthy, famous, powerful, superpowers, high status, high level of wealth, whatever it is, there's still that slight bit of attachment that you have to any one of these things or all of these things. And it's tough, especially when it comes to things that you love, like people or places and things, you know, way of being in that high vibe energy, doing only the positive work, you know. There's a lot of forms of attachment, and you know, you're still in a physical form, in a physical body, so it's hard to detach from everything all at once, even if you have done this kind of stuff in the past in your inner work, in your spiritual work. It's kind of like the toughest things to release might have come up in the past few days, past few weeks, past few months. Justice. I did get something, we did get something happening in September, October. Something with the energy completely changed. Something with the energy completely changed. So much so that even time itself changed in this physical reality. Time itself changed. I'm getting now it's because the other dimensional beings needed to kind of connect with us, and also the new 5D energies needed to connect with us, and that in that 5D energies, time is also different. And so that's why things have changed so much with the energy since September, October 2023. And we're going to start seeing the ripple effects of that energy change now. We've been feeling it since then. But, you know, with things with energy, sometimes it takes a minute to actually see in the physical. We're going to start seeing it now. And specifically through financial gain. And I feel like the financial gain comes through our beautiful galactic family, our beautiful angelic family, higher energetic beings. If this all happens simultaneously, they're going to be connecting with us stronger. And they're going to be financially funding our projects. So it's energetically, they're going to be energetically funding our projects, but it's because they weren't allowed to help us unless, you know, a lot of you already know, unless the majority of us said, yes, we would like outside help. And that's why the disclosure of ETs were kind of happening, because people were like, oh, look, there's other life forms out there. People became more open to not just ETs, but I was reading an article recently, and it was about, is atheism dead? People started believing in a higher power more. And that's all that needed to happen. That plant that seed of there's something more out there. And guess what people wanted? Help. As soon as people know that there's a stronger, higher power out there that's benevolent, that they're going to ask for help. It's human nature. So the higher energetic beings got the consent from the majority of the population to come in and assist. Not like they weren't already to the Lightworkers, Starseeds, Visionaries, and highly spiritual people already, but now they can do it for the collective. They're funding our soul missions. So we have the ideas. We come to them with the ideas. They can't do that for us because this is our realm, our reality, our world. We have to do the majority of the legwork. We have to undo this. So we can think of the ideas and they can help us and they can fund us. So this might look like money coming into our lives. And yeah, we will have a lot of financial monetary wealth. But that's what it's going to look like. What's actually happening is that they're giving us energy. So this is why we've been doing a lot of energy work for our entire life. So we can hold that much energy, that wealth of energy. We could hold larger amounts of energy in our auric field. So some of it is going to look like monetary wealth. Some of it's going to look like material wealth. Some of it's going to look like, holy crap, like, did they become a billionaire overnight, this light worker? That's how your friends and family at least are going to see you. That's why you're going to be out of the public eye for a little bit, especially during this next year. A little bit. You're going to be connecting with more light workers, but you're going to be not connecting with a lot of the normies, the rest of the collective, because they're going to think that you're like a superhero or with superpowers or some sort of someone who won the lottery overnight or a billionaire, became a billionaire overnight. So it's not going to be, you're going to be living in a different world. So they're not going to understand it right away, although they're going to quicken in their understanding pretty quickly and catch up pretty quickly. But you're ahead of the crowd, light worker. So some of it is going to come in the form of, it's going to look like money, but it's much more than that. You're getting the energy. So you're going to get some psychic gifts come online. You're going to have past life knowledge come online. You're going to have bloodline ancestral mastery come online. You're going to have resources of energetic beings that you're going to be able to communicate, and the ability to speak to them, communicate with them more easily, very easily. That's going to come online. So many of these things are going to come online at once. Sunrise. Yeah. Recording this at sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start for sure. And career. This is your soul mission. This is your soul mission. This is what it was all for. Yeah, and I'm getting like you're gonna be starting a lot of new projects. And I'm getting your intellect, your capacity to think and remember things is also gonna increase like 1,000-fold. So you're gonna be able to work on many projects at once. I'm getting even our language is going to change. So with lightworkers, your language is going to change. The way you speak to each other physically, verbally, and also telepathically is going to change so you can communicate faster. It's going to look crazy to people who are like, it's going to look crazy to the normie. That's another reason we're keeping hidden for a little while. Not long, like 6 months to 2 years probably. I'll update that later, the more grand picture. But yeah, you're going to be able to communicate faster. It's going to seem so creepy. It's going to be like, you're going to look like you're Flash, just moving around and talking really quickly. Yeah, just an incredible amount of intelligence. Just, wow. I can't even compare it to anything. There's no superhero out there in the Marvel or DC world that I can compare this to. It's like all of them in all at once. Okay, so what's happening in the collective during the middle of the month? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And it hit the protection card. Okay. Okay, my ear is ringing right now. Okay, I just had to sidebar with Spirit for a second. They have something to tell me. They want to tell me that you're gonna have to be careful with normies around this time, middle of December, because a lot of them are gonna see your light and think that you are their soulmate. So be aware, because your light is gonna be so attractive to folks, and it's not like you didn't have this light before. It's just like it was like they couldn't register it, they couldn't see it. They're like, there's something about this person, their energy is really good, but they're a weirdo. You know, they're kind of out there, they're kind of a loner, you know, they're different. They're not really making moves in the 3D physical life. And now when everything kind of comes full circle here, middle of December, just be aware of getting a lot of attraction from people who now can start seeing your light. And you're going to start seeing people come out of the woodworks, and people coming back from your past, people coming, like strangers coming up to you from on the street, in the stores and stuff like that. And you're going to start seeing people come online, and these people are going to come like a little at first, and then in droves. They're going to see your energy. That's another reason that Lightworkers are going to be told to kind of keep hidden, or keep to just your highly spiritual friends and your Lightworker community network, because they're going to get confused. The normies are going to get confused why they're attracted to you, why they're attracted to your light, as their own ability to see the light and the truth comes out. So just be aware of that. Spirit is saying. Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting coming out of the light, coming out of the confusion. So yeah, this is kind of the awakening. We're already in the awakening, you've known that. But it's kind of full blown now. Empowerment again. See, like, you're giving the protection to the collective, and you're also empowering the collective. So that's also another, it's a hard trait for 3D folks to not be attached or grow feelings for someone who is empowering you, because they've never had that feeling before. You know, someone giving you that support to empower yourself, to want to empower you without getting anything back. That's not real. Yeah, it is real. That's what Lightworkers do. So they're gonna get a little bit confused, because you're gonna be on top of your game. You're gonna know exactly how to help people. You're gonna be like Teresa Caputo on the street reading people. She's a medium who had a show about just reading people, if you don't know, on the street, on the spot, like just giving people, but not like that. Just being like a psychic that you are, being the mystic that you are, being the high-level spiritual leader, intuitive person that you are. You're just gonna be reading people right off the bat. It's like, oh yeah, you should hey, have you called your friend recently? You know, the one from childhood, the one with that dog that, you know, blah blah blah. Like, you should probably give him a call. Or going up to someone's like, hey, have you ever thought about this kind of career or this kind of line of work? Yeah, something, I think you should check it out. Maybe you should do some research on it. You know, just look into it. Maybe you're just gonna be able to read people like crazy left and right. It's like, hey, I think are you going for a job interview tomorrow? Like, you got this. You definitely got this. You're gonna nail the interview. You're just gonna empower people left and right. Like, hey, use your voice more. You got a powerful voice. The way that your voice vibrates heals people. You should be a singer. You should be a public speaker. Use your voice. You just go around just empowering people left, right, one here, one there. Hearts, love, deep affection and caring. You're going to start loving random strangers like no other. Like, you're going to just feel incredible amount of love for these normies. Again, a full circle moment. It's because you're feeling so much incredible love for who you used to be, because you're going to be like the superpower. You're the super charged, high level spiritual being now. Like, you got your abilities and knowledge and skills and past life information just turning on left and right. Your ability to hold energy, to hold thought, to hold multiple ideas at once, to have multiple telepathic communications with people at once. You're having communications on like every level with when you're talking to someone. You're having conversations with folks 5D while you're talking to them in the 3D. And they're just like, how does this person know me so well? I feel like I know them in a soul level. Like, they know me so deeply, my true passions, my true desires, my dreams, and my best skills and abilities and things I need to work on, and people I'm closest with or have lost in my life. Like, how do they know this? Your ability to love these normies, these folks coming online, awakening right now so much more, because you're fully in the 5D now. So you're looking back and you're just like, oh, these cute humans, they're so cute. Like, how can you not help them and love them? That kind of feeling. So just be aware. They might get attached to you like a cute loyal dog. So you're gonna be aware. You're gonna have to be aware. And then what's happening towards the end of December? 3 of Pentacles. This is where you start coming together with your soul family, with the people you're going to be working on your soul mission with. So it's time. The Wheel of Fortune, it's time. Justice card. The Justice card here. I am getting things are going to be unbalanced for a little bit. And you're going to be very aware that this is just natural. It's the way it's got to be. There's a lot of shakeups and breakups, and this is just how it is. Yeah, a lot of communication from the normies to you, to the Lightworkers. Okay. The Empress. Wow. Okay, with the Justice and the Empress, we are getting a lot of Venusian energies. A lot of love, a lot of money, a lot of prosperity, a lot of knowledge. Yeah, we're living in that Aquarian times. The age of Aquarius. A beautiful spiritual friend of mine sent me an interview with this Huna leader, and he was talking about how it's, yeah, you can call it the age of Aquarius, but it's actually the age of Lemurians. The age of Lemuria. So this age of Lemuria is here. The time of prosperity, beautiful, divine energies. This is knowledge, wisdom, beauty, art, music, money, well-being, good living, luxuries, and a lot of spirituality, a lot of love, a lot of light. Yeah. Very beautiful energies. Let's see. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, and it fell on the collective energies. So because we're exuding so much love, money, and accomplishing goals and taking on bigger goals, this is where things might get a little bit choppy. I don't want to say the word dangerous, but it's on the tip of my tongue here, because we do feel things are kind of unbalanced just temporarily as this shakeup and breakups happen. So you just might want to be aware of that. I feel like Spirit is saying let's go into the collective energy so we can And then we'll go into your personal energies, how you're ending this year. Train whistle is a confirmation. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so I do feel like the collective is having a hard time with this changing of dimensions, changing of energies. It was blissful at first, and if you remember your spiritual awakening, it was very blissful at first. It's a prime energy to do a lot of manifestations because you're in such high vibes, but then you go kind of that back and forth. And I mentioned like we shouldn't think of that happening. We should just think of it happening easily for our fellow collective people, folks. It going as easily and comfortably and lovingly as possible for our beautiful collective. But we're holding protection, we're empowering, but they do have to do that work a little bit, and it is somewhat uncomfortable. They do have a little bit of that back and forth. It's not much, not as much as we might have been told and we've been kind of thinking it might be. It happens in a much shorter period of time, but it is uncomfortable. They do see us as, someone who maybe undeservingly got all these things, material abundance first, understanding first. It's kind of an uncomfortable situation where it's like, yeah, we've been powered up. Our mind has been expanded to hold more energy, to think faster, to communicate with higher energetic beings, and we are getting support financially and with material things, and we're living our best lives, and you can definitely see it. And yeah, I get it. Like we went through what you went through, but that doesn't make them feel any better that you went through it, and probably worse than they are. That doesn't make them feel any better. The Hermit, what they want, they see this love, money, and you accomplishing a lot of goals or having success in your past goals. So you're going to probably get a lot of recognition, Lightworker. A lot of recognition for your past work, especially your work in helping the collective. So anything you've done in your service to others, work that you've done publicly or privately in your work, your service to others is coming to light right now, and you're getting acknowledgement and recognition for that, whether it's just helping out a family member or a good friend, or you've been putting a lot of energy into doing the research, putting out information, doing a lot of high-level spiritual work, even a lot of energy work privately through meditation or traveling or grid work or whatever it is, clearing energies, negative energies, doing a lot of, there's a whole range of things. But whatever you've been doing for your light work, for your service to others, Lightworker, is going to come to light starting now. And as you start getting more recognition and as you start getting more abundance, at first it's positive, and then you're going to see that the collective is going back and forth about how they feel about you. And I mentioned in the previous Lightworker reading, it's because you are their mirror. You're in a unity mindset now. You're out of this duality mindset. You're in the 5D, right? But they're still kind of going back and forth from the 3D and 5D. So there's times where they love you and they're in awe of you and they want to be you, they want to be with you. And then there's times where they hate you and want to attack you and blame you for all the things that are wrong in their life, right? So you're going to see that kind of amplify towards the end of the year and probably into the beginning of next year. And that's when Lightworkers are starting to get together with other like-minded souls, like-minded folks, like-souled folks, soul family, soul friends kind of thing, because it's the only kind of people you can be around, the only people that can probably stand to be around you and you can stand to be around them. Not just stand them, but you'll be able to feel at home with them, feel so comfortable and so easy with them, more than anyone in the 3D ever has. So yeah, that's where like kind of like the great divide happens. and for that reason. So let's see what's going on for the Lightworker folks. The collective. Okay, I said Lightworker folks for a reason. So someone new is entering your life. So I did get that you're going to have new people come into your energies. And these are people that love you completely and unconditionally. So we did talk about detachment of having a love counterpart in this lifetime, having family, having friends. But just because you had to let that go and be detached from it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It's this kind of thing. It's like, you don't have to hold on tightly to something. If you feel like you had to hold on tightly to something and never let it go, and to just kind of hoard it away or keep it to yourself, then it wasn't really yours. So you're going to get this like unconditional love from all this, a divine counterpart, friends and family, community, and, this Lightworker network. Intense amount of love, because we're all in the 5D now. So you're going to feel like kind of like heavenly, godlike, blissful energies, that God giving love, the godlike love. You're going to start feeling that kind of energy, and it's like nothing like you've ever seen before. These are your people, and these are the people you're going to be starting to work with. You're just going to start brainstorming, figuring out what you want to do, and keep in mind you're going to be working on multiple projects, some bigger ones, some smaller ones. So you might have different groups for different things, or the same group for multiple things. But just keep that in mind. And so let's wrap up this reading with a couple more cards. Yeah, see the 3 of Cups in reverse. The collective are kind of doing their releasing of being with other people. They're going into their hermit mode. So they're not going to be completely alone, but I think because the collective the normies decided to go through an awakening together, that's what they chose for this lifetime. And the Lightworkers kind of chose to go through their spiritual awakening before, to help the rest of the collective. You probably went through your spiritual awakening alone. And how hard was that, right? But the rest of the collective chose to go through this awakening together. And that creates another set of challenges in itself, right? But, and pros and cons, But they get to go through the spiritual awakening not completely alone. So I'm getting small clusters. So they might stick with their immediate family, or some very like 2 or 3 very few close friends, or several friends. But I'm getting like between 2, 3, 4, 5 people, like 7 people at most, but like very small clusters of people they're going to come into to kind of go through this awakening together. So they have each other, they have people to kind of grow with. Don't worry, you're going to be able to come back and help your friends and families, your bloodline families, and your 3D friends from this your past life, but before this period in time. All the friends you've had before in your life, and all your family members, immediate and extended, and just people, your neighborhood, your community that you grew up in or that you live in now. You're going to be able to help all of them, but not before you ground in this energy, right? And don't worry, they're not alone. They have each other. So don't forget about that. Dealings, a relationship with a woman, and especially with all this divine feminine energy, I do feel like there's some respect coming back to respecting how intuitive women are. I feel like a lot of women have been very intuitive and know kind of what's going on, even in the normies, in the rest of the collective. And you will see a surge of women leaders come through and start to lead with their intuition. It might get too unbalanced in that way too much the other way. So you're going to see the collective kind of naturally balance things out, and you're going to see it in physical form, the divine and masculine energies, and a lot of dualistic energies you're going to see play out in the collective. Starting now, you're going to already start seeing it. And then one last card for what's happening for you as we go into the new year. The Sun card. Oh, wow, in hand. So you're going to see things privately. So with just you, your true few, the people, your closest confidants, the people that you are the closest with. So that is your divine counterpart. That is your immediate soul family, your closest spiritual friends. And, you know, your Lightworker, your entire Lightworker network is going to, Lightworker community is going to go through this too. But like, you're going to keep a very close knit soul family during this time. If you're not already in one, you're gonna come into one, or the current one that you're in is going to expand. But you're gonna start seeing things happen. The Sun in reverse for me means things are gonna get better and better and better each passing day. Every single day, starting now in December, you're gonna see things improve. Day after day after day, things are just going to get better and better and better. This is at the end of December, so we're going to start seeing these energies now. We're going to see like a high, and then a little bit of like we're still on a high, but the collective might be going through a dip. And then, you know, from December on, from January, we're just going to go up and up and up in our energies and in our physical manifestation, in our happiness, in our joy, in our creativity, in our connection to the divine. And just like we're living our true authentic self, we know we're living the way we know we were meant to live. All right, so beautiful Lightworker, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light.